We need to have a little chat really quick about epidemic sound, copyright on YouTube, etc. So obviously, I do have my other channel, Kip Reacts, which is kind of what takes most of my time at this point, doing number of reactions, especially when I'm going, 3x videos, hour-long reactions, etc. But what has consistently been the bane of my existence has been false DMCA claims, and let me explain. So naturally, I uploaded what I thought was a really cool reaction, right? Really cool creator that I thought was awesome. And I get copyright claimed by Epidemic Sound, obviously, once again. So naturally, you look at this and go, okay, well, that's fair. This is something that happens. It's just part of YouTube, right? False DMCAs or DMCAs all the time, to which I would agree, absolutely. The issue here is that I have an active Epidemic Sound license. And that's where I'm starting to get a little upset with Epidemic Sound in particular. So I do have an active account. I'm obviously not going to share details on it. I was told by a manager of Epidemic Sound that I have to, we're not going to have your custom plan. We know you want to make more channels, acknowledging I want to make more channels than 3 down the line. You will use our commercial plan. We're not going to allow you to go with a custom offer, right? Okay, that's fine, whatever. To which I've never received follow-up back on that. I have no idea who to even talk to in regards to getting that fixed, addressed, or adding more channels onto this, because this was what was pitched to me, despite me clearly saying in emails I have, correspondence, I want to add more channels down the line. So I clearly have an active, right, commercial license to Epidemic Sound. Okay, cool. So, okay, well, but it might be something wrong with their system, it's probably a one and done thing. Except it's not. On Kip Reacts, I have multiple videos on Epidemic Sound. Now, older ones I will dismiss, right? I will dismiss older ones because I was not on a license. So, obviously, when we start getting down to, year plus ago, okay, I get it. I totally get it. However, when I have, 3 videos that talk about my experience, this is specifically in a Brandon or a Tokra video, that one, Epidemic Sound sent a false DMCA, and I have, by their own words, evidence that this was the video in question, the Toker of the Russian Boomer pistol. That's what I reacted to. Video is still up on Kip Reacts if you want to watch that. This was claimed by Epidemic Sound, to which I have, once again, multiple videos out on this. Epidemic Sound support case. Hi again, redacted because my name. I can confirm you don't have any active claims on your account and that all your channels have been properly linked to your Epidemic Sound page. Literally, quite literally, by Epidemic Sound's admission, I have done everything correctly. I have done everything they have asked me. The notification you received this week was a false claim. This was made by Collecting Society, not by us, because we own the asset. Our name is listed alongside the claimant, so it may appear that we have made the claim even though we had nothing to do with it. I disagree with that inherently, because even if you have someone do it on behalf of you, that is still on behalf of you. So this follows up with, if you look at the claim details, you'll see 2 other names listed, including Collecting Society in question. Why is this Collecting Society? Why can I not reach out to them? Why can I not say, hey, you need to do better, right? It seems very deflectory. This happens sometimes, unfortunately, because the antiquated way YouTube's content ID is set up, where they favor collecting societies, even though it's incorrect to do so. Not my problem, skill issue. I don't really see how that's relevant to the conversation at hand. It isn't likely that this should happen again. But if it does, please dispute the case right away. It should then automatically release within a matter of hours. We're consistently looking for these organizations, or working with these organizations to prevent this from happening. I understand you haven't had the smoothest journey with this so far. I'm sorry this happened. I understand your frustration. If you have any questions, please let us know. Customer service, Epidemic Sound. So this is with the understanding that Epidemic Sound refuses to in any way, shape, or form respond to me asking for legal documentation, to respond to requests for, hey, do you actually own this, though? Because many other creators say, hey, Epidemic Sound is claiming this, even though they don't own the rights to it, at least allegedly. They have refused to provide documentation, provide any sort of legal ownership, right? Proof of, legal ownership. This is the second time under an active license. If I have to do the work, why am I paying you? That's an honest question at this point. Why am I paying you? And in these 2 videos, you'll get into how a manager at Epidemic Sound was, in my opinion, very unprofessional, very dismissive. There's creators like the Russian Badger, whom I absolutely love and respect, right? All music provided royalty-free by Epidemic Sound. Why is it that I am having issues? How is it that many other creators can completely be just fine, but I have issues? So at this point, I've taken kind of the initiative at this point. Sent out a tweet, literally screenshotting this. Epidemic Sound, I literally have an active license with you guys. My YouTube accounts have been linked for over a year. I have 2 videos on how you did this to me previously. I need to speak to a manager, or your legal team needs to follow up on giving me legal action. So what that is predicated on, what that's precedented on, is when you file a copyright claim or copyright strike, copyright in general, that is legal. So, at this point, I am viewing this as, even though, once again, I have an active Epidemic Sound license, they, or someone on behalf of them, keyword on behalf of, is still serving me legal action. I'm going to need to see some sort of manager. I'm going to need to see something. I mean, their legal team at this point can just send me a cease and desist, can go be like, hey, Kip, you keep making these videos, we need to stop. Because clearly I don't know how to reach these people. I have played the game, I have subscribed to their service, and they still fail to do the job. I am literally paying them for a service so I don't have to worry about it. If you own it, if you have authorship of something, that is fine. That's why the DMCA system exists. When this is a blatant abuse, when we have, by their own admission, right? By their own admission, this was a false claim. Look, claim to see those other names. Sometimes more like this notification you received this week was a false claim. Epidemic Sound's own email. This was made by a collecting society, not by us. Still on behalf of you, because we own the asset. Our name is listed alongside the claimant, so it may appear that we have made the claim, although we had nothing to do with it. I disagree with that inherently. I need to speak with somebody at Epidemic Sound at this point. And if anybody you know is using Epidemic Sound, is on the fence about getting Epidemic Sound, has a history with Epidemic Sound, I encourage you to share this. I encourage you to look into this and be like, yeah, no, use this as, even though I literally play the game, have an active license. It is not my job to reach out. It is not my job to go through a system, to go through emails, which notoriously and historically have been ignored, by the way, via their own contact form, right? Why? Do your job. I do my job. You do your job. Why are you inconveniencing me? So, yeah, the situation's kind of wild. I'm a little heated about it because this is, the umpteenth time that I've had to deal with Epidemic Sound. This is the second time I have owned an active license, and I'm still getting DMCA'd. I'm still getting copyright claimed. So, Match Energy. Why? Why are you doing this? Dude, let's go. Let's go, Epidemic Sound. I'm ready. Let's go. Why are you doing this? Give me an actual answer. Give me a manager. Give me whoever from your legal team is going to submit, well, we actually own all this, and therefore this is completely legal. Because even though you subscribe to our license, you still apply to, you still have our terms and conditions taken into account, and therefore any sort of right to any sort of, discourse with anything we do is waived, right? Show me some paperwork. Show me something. Because this is dumb. Like, this is actually incredibly dumb. And I 100%, if you are looking at getting Epidemic Sound, please think twice. Look into what people are saying about it, and then make your best educated decision. This is not me slagging off their product and trying to, we're going to, I'm just going to, misrepresent them, and I'm going to, slander them, etc. This is literally what they have done to me. Via 3 videos, and now another copyright claim, even though I have an active license. If it's a collective agency, I need to speak to the collective agency. If it's you, I need to speak to you. I need to speak to someone and get a paper trail, because this is ridiculous. And YouTube, I think that this qualifies, by their own admission, that this was a false claim. I do think that this falls as a fraudulent claim. I do think that this falls into an abuse of the YouTube copyright system, and I would personally like to pitch that their permissions need to be revoked, or they need to go through some kind of training. They need to go through something that says, hey, you went through this training, you understand that you cannot do this, you understand the risk associated with this because this is legal action. I think that this being an abuse, their ability to copyright things needs to be revoked for a period of time. I think that's a fair interaction, because this is dumb when I actively pay for a service. So, that's been a very spicy video from me. We're going to see how this goes. Let me know if you've experienced something else with Epidemic Sound. Let me know if this is wild to you. Let me know if other people have experienced the same thing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.